10 most haunted places of Kentucky. The chilling secrets of Sauerkraut Cave, Louisville's forgotten horror. Deep in the woods of Louisville, beneath the ruins of the old Lakeland Asylum, lies a tunnel system with a name that seems harmless, Sauerkraut Cave. But step inside, and you'll feel it instantly. An overwhelming sense of dread, as if the walls are whispering the secrets of those who never escaped. This cave wasn't just an underground storage area. It was a place where patients of the asylum attempted their desperate escapes. Many never made it out. Some got lost in the darkness. Others were dragged back, their screams echoing through the corridors of the hospital above. And some were never found at all. Locals claim that the cave is cursed. Strange shadows slither along the walls, whispers bounce off the damp rock, and an eerie cold engulfs those who dare to enter. Some have even seen full-bodied apparitions, believed to be the souls of the forgotten patients, trapped, still searching for a way out. Could it be that Sauerkraut Cave is still holding on to the spirits of those who suffered within Lakeland Asylum? Or is something even darker lurking beneath Louisville's soil? If you ever find yourself near this cave, listen closely. You might hear the footsteps of those who never escaped. And if you're unlucky, they might just follow you home. All Souls Chapel, the satanic curse of Somerset's most haunted cemetery. Deep in the woods of Somerset, Kentucky, hidden among twisted trees and overgrown paths, lies Souls Chapel and Cemetery, a place where whispers of dark rituals and restless spirits refuse to fade. Built in the 1800s, the chapel was meant to be a peaceful place of worship, but over time, it became something else entirely. Stories emerged of satanic gatherings, rituals performed in the dead of night, and graves that had been desecrated. Locals reported hearing unnatural screams, seeing strange symbols burned into the wooden walls, and witnessing shadowy figures moving between the graves. Then came the hauntings. Visitors spoke of being pushed by invisible hands, seeing glowing red eyes staring from the darkness, and even feeling something breathing against their neck. One legend tells of a man who mocked the spirits, only to leave with deep scratch marks across his back, though no one else had been near him. Is Souls Chapel haunted by those who were buried there? Or did the rituals awaken something far more sinister? Something that still lingers, waiting for the next soul to cross its path? Would you dare visit? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more chilling stories. 3. The Cursed Witch Hill of Alexandria, Kentucky, where the dead don't rest. High above Alexandria, Kentucky, there's a place the locals refuse to visit after dark, Witch Hill. The name alone is enough to send chills down your spine, but the truth behind it? Even more terrifying. Legend has it that a woman accused of witchcraft was executed here in the 1800s. Some say she was hanged from an old oak tree. Others claim she was burned alive, her screams echoing through the hills. But before she died, she cursed the land, vowing that no soul would ever find peace here again. Since then, the hill has been a magnet for unexplainable phenomena. Visitors report hearing distorted voices calling their names, phantom footsteps following them, and seeing a woman in tattered black robes standing at the edge of the trees, only to vanish when approached. Some even claim to have been scratched or pushed by an unseen force, as if the spirits of the hill are trying to drive them away. And then there's the disappearing road. More than one traveler has claimed that, late at night, the path leading up Witch Hill suddenly vanishes into complete darkness, leaving them lost, trapped in a void where time seems to stop. Is the cursed woman still haunting Witch Hill? Or has something far more malevolent taken over the land? 4. The haunted Highway 577, the mystery of the glowing grave. Imagine driving down the quiet, desolate stretch of Highway 577 near Annville, Kentucky. The moon hangs low, casting eerie shadows across the road. Suddenly, in the distance, you see it, an unnatural glow flickering in the darkness. Locals call it the glowing grave, a chilling phenomenon that has haunted this road for decades. Witnesses claim that on full moon nights, a grave near the highway begins to emit a ghostly light. Some say it's the spirit of a long-forgotten soul, trapped between worlds. Others believe it's an ancient warning, a beacon of something sinister buried beneath. The most terrifying part? As soon as you step closer, the glow vanishes, like it was never there. No one knows the true story behind the glowing grave. Is it an unexplainable, natural occurrence, or is something paranormal at play? Many have tried to debunk the legend, but those who dare to visit say the eerie silence, the sudden chills, and the overwhelming sense of being watched are undeniable. Would you dare to visit Highway 577 on a full moon night? But be warned, some who've gone searching for the light say they've felt an unseen presence following them home. Like, share, and comment if you've ever experienced something unexplainable. 5. The Haunting of the Paramount Arts Center. The Ghost of Paramount Joe. The Paramount Arts Center in Ashland, Kentucky isn't just famous for its stunning performances, it's also home to something far more chilling. They call him Paramount Joe, the ghost of a long-dead worker who never left the theater. It all started in the 1930s when a construction worker named Joe met a tragic fate inside the building. Ever since, eerie things have plagued the theater. Lights flicker without reason, doors open and close on their own, and staff report hearing heavy boots echoing across the stage when no one is there. Some even claim to have seen a shadowy figure lurking in the balcony. But the most unsettling story? In 1992, country star Billy Ray Cyrus filmed his Achy Breaky Heart music video at the Paramount. After hearing about Joe, he jokingly dedicated an autographed photo to the ghost. When the staff later removed the picture, something terrifying happened. All the other framed photos in the hallway crashed to the floor overnight. Since then, Joe's picture has remained on the wall, undisturbed. Is Paramount Joe watching over the theater, or is he warning people to never forget him? If you ever visit, take a look at the balcony. You might just see a shadow staring back. Like, share, and comment if you've ever felt a ghostly presence. 6. The Haunting of Small Boulevard. The Weeping Lady of Ashland Cemetery. There's a road in Ashland, Kentucky, where some drivers refuse to slow down, Small Boulevard. Not because of traffic, but because of what lurks in the shadows of Ashland Cemetery. They call her the Weeping Lady, a ghostly figure whose cries echo through the night. Locals swear they've heard it, the chilling sobs of a woman drifting through the graveyard. Some have seen a shadowy figure near the tombstones, her head bowed, her shoulders shaking as if mourning a loss that time refuses to erase. But here's the terrifying part. If you get too close, the crying suddenly stops. The air turns ice cold, and many claim they've felt something unseen watching them, following them, all the way home. No one knows exactly who she is. Some say she lost her husband in a tragic accident, while others believe she's searching for a child buried long ago. But one thing is certain. Those who dare to walk past the cemetery at night never forget the sound of her sorrow. Would you risk stopping on Small Boulevard after dark? If you've ever encountered the paranormal, share your story in the comments. 7. The Hauntings of Union College. The Ghosts of Pfeiffer Hall and the Cursed Office. At first glance, Union College in Barberville, Kentucky, looks like any other quiet campus. But students who have spent long nights here know the truth. Something else roams these halls. Two places in particular have a reputation that sends shivers down the spine. Pfeiffer Hall's room 245 and the financial aid office. Pfeiffer Hall, the ghost of room 245. It was October 30th, 1963 when James Garner, a towering athlete, fell to his death from the second floor of Pfeiffer Hall. Some say it was an accident, others whisper it was something more. But one thing is certain, his spirit never left. Students in room 245 report terrifying experiences. Late at night, they feel an unseen presence watching them. Their windows rattle mysteriously, and some swear they've heard heavy footsteps pacing outside their door. And here's the creepiest part. Those who dare to open the window at midnight claim it slams shut on its own. The financial aid office, the woman who never left. This wasn't always an office. Years ago, it was a home where a woman met an untimely and tragic end. Ever since, strange things have plagued this building. Doors unlocking by themselves, objects moving when no one's around, and an eerie feeling that you're never truly alone. No one knows why these spirits remain, but one thing is clear. Union College is haunted by more than just memories. Would you dare to spend a night in room 245? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and share if you love real ghost stories. 8. The Haunting of Warfield Cemetery. The ghost that follows you home. Deep in the back roads of Barberville, Kentucky lies Warfield Cemetery, a place where the dead don't seem to rest. Locals say if you step foot inside after dark, you won't leave alone. People who visit report the same terrifying experience. Footsteps crunching behind them, shadows shifting in the moonlight, and a feeling so intense it's as if something is watching. But the scariest part? Some claim the presence follows them home. One visitor described walking through the cemetery when he heard faint whispers, growing louder with every step. When he turned, no one was there. That night, as he lay in bed, the whispers returned. But this time they came from inside his room. Warfield Cemetery has been around since the 1800s, its tombstones worn and forgotten. But something is still there, something that refuses to be forgotten. Would you dare to walk through it alone at night? Oh, the haunting of Old Kentucky. Home Middle School, echoes of the Civil War. At first glance, Old Kentucky Home Middle School in Bardstown looks like any other school. But beneath its classrooms and hallways lies a dark past, one that refuses to be forgotten. During the Civil War, this very building served as a makeshift hospital, where wounded soldiers were brought in, but not all of them left alive. Students and staff have reported eerie encounters, footsteps echoing down empty hallways, doors slamming shut on their own, and chilling whispers when no one is there. Some even claim to have seen shadowy figures standing at the ends of corridors, only to vanish when approached. One teacher, locking up late one evening, swore she heard the unmistakable sound of a stretcher being wheeled across the floor, even though the building was completely empty. And then, there's the rumor of the crying soldier, a ghostly figure spotted near the old nurse's office, his face etched with pain, as if reliving his final moments. Is Old Kentucky Home Middle School haunted by the spirits of long-dead soldiers? Or is something even darker lurking within its walls? Would you dare to stay inside after dark? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and share if you love real ghost stories. The Haunting of Jailers Inn, Ghosts Behind Bars. Bardstown, Kentucky is known for its bourbon and history, but nothing is more chilling than the Jailers Inn, a former jail turned bed and breakfast where the past refuses to die. From 1797 to 1987, it held criminals, outlaws, and the condemned. Some left in shackles, others never left at all. Ghostly encounters that will keep you up at night. Guests who check in expecting a peaceful stay often find something else waiting for them. The Crying Prisoner. In the dead of night, visitors hear muffled sobs echoing through the halls. But when they check, no one is there. Heavy footsteps, as if an unseen jailer is still making his rounds, pacing up and down the corridors. The Lady in White. A ghostly woman has been spotted in the courtyard, where public executions once took place. Her presence is always followed by a sudden chill in the air. One couple staying in cell number 2 woke up to the sound of chains dragging across the floor. Another guest swore they felt icy fingers brush against their shoulder while they slept. But the scariest stories? Those who wake up to find their cell door locked from the inside, when there's no way it could have happened on its own. The Jailers Inn is more than just a historic landmark. It's a place where the past refuses to rest. Would you dare to spend the night? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and share if you love real ghost stories.